Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to RGN. Again, we're here for Epsilon versus Escape Gaming. Epsilon able to pick up map number 1, and that was Escape's map choice. So moving into Overpass, you would think that they are certainly favored to close this one out, but Escape did show us some positive signs that it honestly might translate into Overpass. Definitely different maps. That's for certain. But again, I am Spro, joined by Maxi, and maybe talk a little bit about the differences here. Again, Cache rather versus Overpass.
I think Cache is a little bit more of an open map. Like when I play it with my team, or most of the time, I feel like Cache is I would say like kind of an aim map type of map, where if you have really good aimer, you can actually utilize that map. It's really open, it's big, like it's not like Overpass. Overpass is, I don't like to like, it's a map that's really close range battle. You need to really have good mollies, good smokes to take bomb site. It's really hard to just play out and out aim people on Overpass because of how the map is actually designed. I feel like the old version was a little bit easier to do that, but since Valve actually revamped the map, it's a little bit harder. Um, I'm really interested to see how they're actually going to play on the CT side. Looks like they're going to be doing 3 towards B and 2 pushing A.
Interesting stuff. I haven't seen this in a little while. I feel like in the last couple months I have seen it more so than any other kind of bit of time in my casting at all. Draken's got a deagle here on pissed around, and you just don't see that often. But I feel like on this map, considering he's going long aim, to hit like a single body shot on a player could be very effective. But ST able to just absolutely annihilate 2 of the members with the help of Barbar. They take down 3. And now the round kind of falls apart here. Disco Doppelin is very separated from his teammate in Draken, and I don't really know how they can bring this round back.
I don't know if you noticed that round, but the CT boosted towards the CT side on the B side. And that boost is what happened. Like those T's actually plowed short B, got into the B side, and that guy was boosted and just got those 2 nice headshots there, ST. And I mean, it was just a really good boost. I felt like they played that B-bomb side kind of like retake with one guy pushing up towards Monster. But the cat was open, nobody challenged cat, just let them come into them.
Oof, Dead Fox, rest in peace. Draken showing what he can do with the deagle. You're on pissed around. Disco Doppelin follows it up as he hops around the corner and takes down Easy Tag. He's now got a USB to work with. He's going to plant fairly safe here on the Optimus truck. The flank is about to come into play, though. Barbar slowly waltzing up. Draken drops him, though. And now he has to find a quad kill with the deagle if he's going to win the round. And it might actually happen here. Already on the bomb is Maeve, and he has a kit. ST hits the headshot. And credit where credit's due. Draken did more with the deagle than I thought he was going to. So, well done.
Good round by Draken. I actually got scared at the end there because Barbar had a really good flank on the T's. And Draken actually came out with a huge 1-dig there. But then after that, teammate on the bomb site was really lit. They just double pushed him, killed him. And then it was a 1v1, 2v1 with Draken with a deagle. So really didn't have any chances to win that 2v1 there.
So considering we had the bomb plan in the first, usually you would see a save and then a buy moving into the next. But this is a strat that some of the top tier teams take or make use of, especially if you get a couple frags, specifically on certain players. So, like, for example, one player gets a double kill, triple kill, something like that. You can buy some AKs, drop them around, and get some teammates with armor. And Rez would be the man on the mission to receive that AK, and rightfully so, considering what he's done in the last map. Disco Doppelin finds a dig onto Barbar. Maeve is going to fall to Zelos, and the round is so effective. Epsilon, again, it's fairly straightforward. You've got players with enough money that they can drop other players that buy armor, and Rez, just huge play from him.
That was really good. Like you said, it's not common that we see a double AK with Deagle and Tech9 setup, which means that there's 2 people on the T side that dropped AKs to, I would say, the best tamer on Epsilon side, and then from there they just did a B strat. For some CS history, it is from the We Made Fox, which used to be a Korean team that actually mastered that strat back in 1.6, and actually it cut people off guard, and some 1.6 team actually kept doing that if like you mentioned, had a good T pistol, but actually end up losing the pistol, but got a bomb plan. They actually force bought 2 AKs with Deagle and actually tried to run a strat. And like we said there, I mean, what we just saw there is a perfect execution of it. I mean, Epsilon played that fantastic there.
And now they have the momentum moving forward here. Escape. They want to strip it right back, though. Force buying in this round. Dead Fox actually decides against it, but he's actually the one to find the first frag here with the help of ST. So Disco Doppelin on the bench, but Easy Tag falls next. Creates a 4-on-4. And it's falling apart here for the Escape side. As Epsilon able to find a foothold. We've got Barbar and Maeve left. Maeve just playing passively inside of the bomb site itself. Barbar towards the stairwell connector area, and Freddy is actually making certain that nothing can be done from the connector. Maeve gets one before he's dealt with, so at least they've got 2 frags on the round, but considering the force buy Escape, they wanted much more out of this situation, and Barbar at this point, considering they have to save in the next, unless he wants to try and gain a weapon out of an exit frag, wouldn't be an awful idea to keep this CZ75 invest and the HE grenade in play.
I agree with you. I think right now what he can do, there's 2 choices. Either he saves, obviously there's dying too, or he could actually try to hurt their economy a bit, maybe getting 1, maybe 2 kill, or 1 kill and the other guy dies to the bomb, something like that. But then it didn't work out that way, and right now, Escape, you have to save 1 more. And we see the Epsilon right now actually buying 2 Mac-10s because they know they're saving, so they want to try to get that bank going.
Yeah, no, excellent idea for the Epsilon side, recognizing that there was a force buy in that last round, and there's no way they're going to be forcing yet again here. They're just going to blitz into this bomb site with those Mac-10s going first. ST takes down 2. And luckily it was the Mac-10s, but ST is still alive and well from the toxic barrel area. And he's looking damn good with this P250. See the rest of the Epsilon members, tail between their legs, they're going to head back away from this B-bomb site. And again, CTs might be a little upset to recognize that the 2 weapons they have been able to net themselves, they're both Mac-10s. But still, player advantage, and Rez has very low hit points. Freddy posted up on a catwalk, that short B area towards sandbags. Just hoping that one of these CTs decide to push forward a little bit, but smoke's actually raining in. We'll see if this actually helps Escape, as generally with pistols that could actually allow them to play closer range angles, but Rez finds Easy Tag through the edge of one of the smokes. But Escape still have 2 players in the pit here. ST with a triple kill. It's Dead Fox in a 1v2. And it looks like Epsilon should be able to take this one. Dead Fox finds Freddy, though. And Rez, he's been huge thus far, and he does salvage the round with 16 hit points. What a close one, though.
Way too close. Like you mentioned, I felt like the B rush was not a bad idea. They had a good start because you actually send the 2 Mac-10 in first, which means that you get the AKs, get the trades, and I think like that's what you should be doing. But then ST actually hit 2 crazy shot with the 2 P250, from there Epsilon got a little bit scared. They tried to make them rotate, but Escape didn't really bite, and actually kept stacking B with 1 guy towards A. And in 1v1 at the end, it's not good for Epsilon's economy as well.
So we'll see this pressure towards middle. Dead Fox might overstay his welcome. Like you were stating, there's a lot of close range angles on this map, and as the CT side, you almost have to play it in kind of 2 stages. An early stage where you try and pick from where Dead Fox was kind of at, but you also want to fall back before Freddy is able to do what he just did. So, witnessing what can happen as I kind of spell it out. Freddy still posted up towards that A bomb site, and it will be a 4-on-4. Of course, that will favor the T side, as we've got Draken slowly moving forward on long A. Awkward HE grenade. Banks off the wall, kind of funny. Doesn't really do a heck of a lot. As Epsilon further the regression. Molotov towards bank. We'll see Freddy fall. He was already very low. Rez is safe to get the bomb plant for bathrooms here. Some damage dealt as Disco Doppelin and Draken both with AWPs at this point, and finding the frags. It's ST and Easy Tag 2-on-3 as they make it up from that Optimus truck area. We do have a kid on ST. No smoke to actually cover the bomb here. That Molotov, or Incendiary rather, is going to force Draken back a little bit, but eventually they're going to have to deal with them. But they deal with his teammates first. And now Draken is isolated. That Incendiary could have been the round-winning utility, but Draken denies it. Headshot onto Easy Tag as he finishes the round. Epsilon. They make it work with one player left up. I thought Draken was a goner there, but comes up big.
I agree with you. I think Draken there should have not clutched that. SK actually played that really smart. They mollied Draken out. They knew he was long. They're like, okay, he's playing along alone with the op. That means there's going to be 2 guys towards the gravel side and bathroom. They got those 2 kills. I feel like that guy wanted to defuse a little bit too quick because his teammate wasn't there to cover him. This is exactly at that timing. The Draken peeked and got that kill. Then after that, CT that pushed him, and Draken missed the first shot. So that CT should have killed Draken at all.
Draken gets it done with the Glock. The Glock, Maxi. Well, Epsilon in a really good spot here on the T side of Overpass. Of course, still a CT-sided map. Not extremely CT-sided, but Epsilon is certainly the more comfortable team at this point, as they want to build up a bit of an economy. Winning this round, Easy Tag trying to do something about that as he finds the dig shot onto Disco Doplin. Just love saying that guy's name. I was a big fan before I even witnessed his play just because of his name. But anyhow, no bias, of course, as Zelos is going to drop a smoke towards Connector, and that will cause a lot of problems for the exit fragging efforts of the CT side. You can see 3 players just hoping that someone barrels through from the T side, but of course that's not going to be the case. And actually, I think one of them died to the bomb, so not a fun spot. Epsilon, on the other hand, they survive with 4, so immediately growing their economy.
Good start from Epsilon, like you just mentioned. I feel like at the same time, like the CT actually, but Deagles are around. I feel like you need to utilize Deagles. Like Deagles are really good long range weapons, so you need to actually try to make those picks, get those lucky 1 dig going. Instead, they were kind of stuck in the blue door area, and it's more up close unless you take an angle on Cat and try to kill the people coming up Cat. But other than that, I don't think that Escape couldn't do anything different that round.
We'll see Escape trying to play aggressively into the short B area, but Freddy just dominates the 2 players that attempted to do so. And I believe that was a forward Molotov from Epsilon that prevented Escape from actually taking control of that early. They were waiting for a little while before that was put out.
That is correct, yeah.
And there you go. That's exactly what that utility is intended to. So T's feeling a little bit smart about their play there, and rightfully so. But Dead Fox brings it back with a single frag for himself. May have had one before going down as well. But 2 ops to try and keep this defense strong. We'll see what they can get done. Barbar holding towards Cat. Does not take the shot, as we can see on X-Ray. May have been able to hit one of them, but does hit the shot onto Freddy. So that's a start. 2-on-2. They don't have a kit, but they do have a smoke to prevent the vision from short, or actually, it doesn't look like it's going to come down to that. Disco Doplin just heads right through the smoke, and he is able to find 2 frags. Excellent work from him. Just plays a little Stewie 2K-esque, pushes through a smoke, and again, both players with ops in that scenario on the CT side, and kind of pay for it.
Like you just said, kind of Stewie 2K type of play. I feel at the same time was well calculated because he knew they both had ops, so it's not like it's automatic rifle. So if you go there, you just start spraying, and it's really hard because the ops, I mean, they need to scope unless you get a no scope on you or something. So well played from Disco Doplin there.
See Escape move into a round where they've got a lot of deagles, as we can see, and they're making good use of them. 2 headshots thus far. And, well, they retrieved 2 AKs out of that effort. So that's one way to start the round here for Escape. And Easy Tag's going to follow it up on a Disco Doplin. It looks like Escape might be able to bring things back on an eco round, more or less. And if that's the case, quite honestly, that's enough momentum for them to maybe get back into this half. Epsilon is still on 6 rounds, which, to be fair, in a standard matchup, you could even be happy with a 9-6 scoreline moving into the CT side. if you know that you have a strong CT front, certainly. But Escape, they still have a chance to make this work, and this is a great start to the round. Maeve is getting aggressive on the flank here, and could be the critical aspect to finish off this round. Draken about to be blindsided, taking his time. Ooh, not taking his time enough. Maeve wanted a little bit more out of that action. Dead Fox is coming up from behind, and he might fall victim to Draken. Not going to be the case. Easy Tag follows up the frag, and 5 alive for Escape. You can see their economy immediately is fantastic, more or less. They had money in that round. They were on a save, and pretty much everybody brings weapons into the next.
That run from Escape was really good. They actually tried to take the short beat control, but kind of waited a bit. They knew Epsilon was coming in fast. They waited. They baited them into them. They got a flash, got those 2 kills, used those AKs, fell back, just let them come into them like they're supposed to as CT. And this is what I would like Escape to do more often. Actually get aggro, like we're seeing right now. Get aggro, get those entries, get that info going so you can actually rotate people around the map.
That was such a sick shot from Barbara as he peeked down into that connector kind of underpass area. Rez actually jumped out anticipating that there could be that kind of play being made on the CT side, but the flick, Barbar hits him mid-air, and he's out of there like a bandit. And this is, again, the kind of stages that we were highlighting. Escape, they push forward with that kind of aggression, they find a pick, and now they can fall back. That being said, some aggressive play towards short on Freddy. We've seen that before. Looking like a broken record as he takes down 2 towards short yet again. And Escape, you can't win rounds if Freddy can be that impactful and take down 2 players, and now it's going to be a 4-on-3.
And at the same time, Escape there didn't get a trade. Like that guy that was on cat with his team, he should have traded on Freddy right off the bat. Instead, he waited, picked at the wrong time, and Freddy actually played it good there.
Maeve comes up with 2, and Zelos is actually so low as well. Disco Doppelin finds a single frag, and now it's going to be a 1v1 with Escape having control of the bomb. Disco Doppelin, he flashes in a way that's not very effective. Actually, I think that was intended for short to try and bait out some attention to that real estate. Maeve comes up with a quad kill. And honestly, if he doesn't make that play, that's Epsilon winning the round yet again. He peeked towards Monster, sprayed down 2, and then took Zelos down low enough that eventually he went down as well. So massive play from Maeve. But that's, again, worrying in that we talked about it on Cash, where if you have an individual make a massive play, it's not something that you can replicate over and over and over.
Exactly. Like Maeve made a really good play there. I feel like Escape right now, they need to win out. Like they need to at least get 7 to 8 rounds.
We'll see Epsilon try to get aggressive towards Monster, but again, the door is slammed shut here. Disco Doppelin finds ST as they attempt to work their way back in the round. But yeah, there was an incendiary down and an excellent flash from the CT side that allowed for a fairly straightforward spray down onto 2 of the members immediately. Disco Doppelin, again, he's found 1 frag since. Easy Tag is low towards Toxic, but there's no explosive grenade to work with on this T side. So Draken all alone. He'll waltz into the party here, and he will be dealt with by Easy Tag, actually, the lowest member. So Escape, again, they're finding the rounds required in that was around where it was team play. An excellent flash kind of cut that rush in half, excuse me. So Escape, they're really finding their CT rounds now.
I really like how Escape's actually like adapting to what Epsilon is doing right now. And we're seeing right now Babar is actually trying to go get aggro, and then Dead Fox is watching the party area, and then those 3 guys are playing IB. I really like that control from there.
Barbar playing towards Connector yet again. He's dealt with by Rez. Disco Doppelin falls to Dead Fox. So it'll be a 3-on-4. A little bit of pressure towards A middle. The bomb was actually dropped by Zelos as decides to march on forward. And we'll see if he can find anything in this A bomb site, as looks like just positioning for picks more or less. Freddy is actually watching the same thing as Rez, the boost spot, as Easy Tag goes for the jump yet again, and that's exactly what they were hoping for, but they just couldn't hit the shot swiftly enough. And as the round continues, it looks like the group up towards A. Just kidding, Dead Fox takes down Zelos, and that will cause a regroup from Rez and Freddy as they head back towards the B bomb site. Easy Tag still jump peeking. Rez has been taken down to 66, make that 51 as a little bit more damage is dealt via Easy Tag, as he's very elusive in this spot. Jump peeking over and over, but he's had no damage dealt to him. So Epsilon, they've got 35 seconds to make this take pan out. Rez has an incendiary, but I don't know how much that's going to help out. Freddy receives a boost up onto sandbags. He can peer up and over the smoke. ST is getting aggressive towards short, but he's still hidden from that real estate. Eventually peeks out, deals with the first one. Freddy on 3 hit points, has to fall off. And, well, it's either die before the time comes to a close here for Freddy, or attempt to save, but I think that he's a little fragile to save at this point. 2 hit points remaining, and he will go down. So, again, escape. They're able to string 4 rounds in a row together. And, again, they're bringing it right back.
And I think, like I just said earlier, they found out how Epsilon is playing right now. Would like maybe to see SK be a little bit more aggro towards the fountain area and try to leave the door a little bit open. I actually do a big pinch on short B and try to get a little bit more control over the map. But as of right now, it's working perfectly for them. And I think Epsilon, they need to do something towards A this round. They're seeing that B's not working. They need to try to make a change.
See a double op set up here towards A. We've got Barbar watching Fountain, and Dead Fox has his eyes on Party. So, an interesting crossfire. A smoke is deployed from the T side, and that'll force these ops off the angle. A counter incendiary will buy them a little bit of time, as Dead Fox still wants to post towards A middle. Barbar falls back to more or less the bank truck to watch long A, as Epsilon we'll move forward. The bomb is on Rez here. He eventually will regroup with the team as they're trying to further their position. Dead Fox with the flick here finds the shot he's looking for. And Epsilon, they're not shoulder to shoulder, so no immediate trade coming in for the T side. And that's exactly what you're hoping for. If you're Escape, find that frag, fall back into stage 2, which is more or less watch the bomb site here.
Exactly. And right now, this is working perfectly for them.
Barbar finds 2 frags, one after another, towards long A, and it's going to be Rez and Freddy heads shaking, I'm sure, as they just haven't been able to find any success in this round at all, and it's just been the AWPs of the CT side holding them off. Rez, he loses his teammate. Barbar on a tear as he's found 3 on the round, and Dead Fox is going to finish it off. So 5 frags, all AWPs for Escape, and that's one way to hold the A-bomb site. You were talking about how there is a lot of close-range angles on this map. A is specifically the only little bits of long-range angles that you can really find, to be honest with you. Again, long A, obviously, specifically, but there is a couple angles from bathrooms that Escape has been working well.
Yeah, Escape has been working that really well. At the same time, I think Epsilon has been working that area really badly. I feel like knowing they have 2 ops towards A, it should be an easy take for them with rifles. They should just smoke them out, just try to push them and make them fall back. But right now, they're just giving them all the room that they need to work with, get all that info being pushed up. They let Escape get the first kill, fall back, reposition into the side, and then Epsilon's not doing any smoke to take the bomb site, and then for an op, it's like you cannot ask him for an easier shot than that.
Definitely. So we'll see if Epsilon shift up their A plays at all. Maeve spots out a player, Zelos towards the playground area, as he was sending a smoke forward towards the bathrooms. But we can see this is merely a ruse. It is going to be a B bomb site hit, and Barbar can't find a shot he's looking for. I believe he actually legged Drake in, but wanted a lot more than that, as ST still alive in the bomb site. Only finds 1, though. Rez trades off, and they have a player advantage moving into the post plant. Draken picks up that AWP as well, and they'll have the flank coming in. Zelos could be the player to watch here. He takes down Dead Fox from behind. It's going to be Maeve and Easy Tag trying to bully their way into this bomb site, but Zelos from behind finds another one. Maeve right underneath the window. He's trying to find a target. Eventually, Rez gives him the peek he's looking for, but Draken finds the last one with the AWP. Epsilon, right when we think their play has been a little worrisome, they come back and win a round that you wouldn't paint them really favor to win.
Really good eco round by Epsilon there. And what I feel it was the key moment again, like you mentioned in your when you were casting, is when Zealous was actually flanking. You probably told them, guys, wait a bit, don't peek. Like you're low HP, I'm gonna flank. They know there's a guy Heaven, gets that first kill Heaven, and then their teammate didn't peek or anything, didn't get those that guy Heaven free kills. Zealous just got the free kill, and after that, Maeve was pretty much alone in the pit. And right now we're seeing them. Actually, I think they're gonna try to go back towards B. It seems to be like the bomb side they like the most.
Barbar is spotted out in that connector area. Rez seems to be the man they send to go to playground, like in the last round, where he'll just simply smoke bathrooms off. And that seems to be enough presence, at least at the moment, to allow them to, well, the last round specifically, to have them have that success towards B, and then eventually the flank comes into play. Actually, it was Zello's flanking, so it must have been him throwing the smoke. Nonetheless, Freddy taking down ST. It's going to be a 5-on-3. Maeve has been one of the players to watch for to bring Escape back when they're down a lot of players. Again, there was that one 4K round where they were down players at that point in the round, but doesn't look like his bomb site is going to be attacked. Dead Fox is going to be the one to watch here as he's posted now towards bathrooms. We'll see what kind of timing he spots on these players. Whiffs the first shot. That needed to land in my eyes as he's got so much pressure here. As they've got 30 seconds, they're providing a lot of smokes towards the bomb site. Epsilon, they haven't been too successful at this bomb site, so maybe this is going to be the time Rez finds Dead Fox, as he only found one on the defense. Easy tag towards the Optimus truck, tries to spam into the smoke to find the bomb planter, but in the process gives away his location. Disco Doppelin takes him down with the AWP, so Maeve 1v3. Spots Rez, does drop him. Nice headshot, follows it up on a Draken, but Disco Doppelin with his AWP yet again finds his second of the round and does complete it. So Epsilon in the later parts of this half are, again, really coming back into this after Escape was able to string 5 in a row.
Yes, and I like that A hit they did there with the molly. They actually tried to get that Fox back towards the truck. What I didn't like from Epsilon right now is they're playing a double up setup on T side, and I feel like when you take the bomb side and the way the map is designed, I don't feel like double upping on T side, especially on Overpass, is good. But if it works out for them, then good. But then at the same time, right now, Escape is saving for that last round, so we should be seeing an easy round for Epsilon right here.
And Escape actually buy into this, so they do have a little bit to work with outside of that op, but we'll see how it pans out. We've got Dead Fox and Maeve finding frags. They create a 3-on-3, but Easy Tag, he was tagged up early in the round. I probably should have used a different word for that, but took damage early, and he's down to 46. With an AWP, it's not as big a deal, as of course if you miss that first shot, even if you're at 100 hit points, you're probably dead. The player has a good angle on you. So Epsilon moving forward. They will try the bomb site yet again. Single smoke goes down, and it's a good one, and it covers a lot of Optimus, covers a lot of the CT steps, allows for Zealous to plant, but they finally get the angle right. Dead Fox spams through the smoke, drops Zealous. So it's a 2-on-2 as Disco Doppelin and his AWP has really come alive here, but ST drops Draken, and he is a lonely, lonely terrorist. 1v2 as Easy Tag hits the shot. And again, he was definitely dead if he didn't hit that, as one shot already took him down to 17 or so. But it's going to be 8-7 at half. And if you're Epsilon, I feel like you can't help but feel confident moving into this next half.
I agree. I think right now Epsilon is confident. I felt like that last round there, this is exactly why I said earlier I didn't like the double up setup on T side, because whenever you go in bomb plan, they even let the AK go plant the bomb. So they have two ops actually trying to cover that guy, and I feel like, I mean, it's really hard to cover a guy with when there's smokes around, when there's splashing coming up, and you have an op. Felt like maybe an op should have been planting the bomb and have the AK and an op cover. But I'm really interested to see how Epsilon is going to play that CT side. What I really like to see on Overpass is this kind of aggressive play that we see from Luminosity, trying to take the front end with like falling, peeking back and forth. Basically those T-stairs slash front area, getting aggro towards the door, pushing pushing along at the same time, just getting all that info going so they can get a good rotate going on. with just one guy lurking towards A and watching the entire like front end T stairs area. And we haven't seen that in this match yet. And I think it's one of the good way to play Overpass, because Overpass is if you play at bomb side to bomb side, like let's say you're CT and you play on the A bomb side and you play on the B bomb side, it's really fast rotate. Kind of reminds me of Nuke. It's really fast. Like you can be 4 at B instantly. But then at the same time, I feel like the B bomb side is so easy to take as T, because there's so many good mollies, there's so many good smokes, and you can get just a plan back and forth all the time and just play that retake setup. That the most CT you have on the B bomb side, the better it is. So you would rather have 4 CT on the B bomb side than have 2. So that's why most team play 3B and actually 2A. But if you can have 4B and 1A, that's even better, especially if you actually clear that area.
We'll see if Epsilon is able to have a little bit more of a creative CT half like you had suggested. A lot more to offer in terms of strats for that CT front. You want to have every tool in your toolkit, so to speak. Excuse me. As I do want to let you guys know, we've got a couple giveaways going on, one of which is going to be at the end of this match. And it looks like this could be a 2-0. We'll see if Escape can offer enough to bring us a third and final map. I'd love to see it, as I'm sure you guys would as well. But again, follow our giveaway on Twitch here at the end of this match. It's an Op Asimov, field-tested one. So again, all you need to do is follow the channel and be around when the match ends, and we'll, I believe, use Nightbot or something to that effect to perform said giveaway. On top of that, we've got Enermax hardware bundle giveaway. It's kind of our welcome back to Twitch bundle from them. So it's about $500 worth of hardware. Make sure you guys check that out. I believe we've got links below the channel, and there's multiple ways you can kind of enter into that. I believe it's a Gleam giveaway, so you got, again, you can have multiple entries. You just got to follow along with instructions. So that will be done on June 17th. So make sure you guys get in on that, as again, if you're building a new PC, that will provide, honestly, a lot of the parts. You get a maintenance-free water cooler, you get a case, power supply, some other fun Vegas fans and stuff. If you haven't seen the Vegas fans, they're freaking awesome. So anyhow, take a peek at that, as we're just waiting for these players to ready up here. And then we'll be moving into the second half of our second map. Again, this is Group A. This is a first round match, so I believe it's CSGO 2X, the team that is waiting for this team, or this match rather, to complete. So the winner will head on forward there. So loser will drop to the lower bracket in their group, so they're not done and out of it just yet. But here we go, moving into the second half. Epsilon, armor on 4 members. We'll see how much utility is on Escape. They've got single player with smoke and 2 flashes, nothing too crazy. Rez actually has a smoke to work with as he's positioned towards B, question mark? No, he's playing A. No, he's playing B. He's very confused about what he's supposed to be doing, as eventually he will help out towards that B bomb site. And this is smart from Escape. They play a contact play towards Fountain, because there's a lot of teams, like you had suggested, that want to get aggressive, specifically on pistol round. Play one towards A, find out if there's anyone towards Fountain simply with that aggression, and Escape, they have the best chance possible just sitting there and waiting for him.
And right now, what we saw there from this guy is exactly what I mentioned, like you just said. He pushed up Fountain, give the info. At the same time, Epsilon was playing a four-player B kind of retake setup. And then whenever that guy Fountain died, he said to them, okay, there's 4 guys over here, and then 4s will rotate from the Epsilon side. And right now, I think Escape's going to try to hit A with a smoke, right? With the smoke left, sorry for that. And then we should see maybe a 2 guy, like 1 guy rotating A with that guy that's playing there right now. We should see that rotation coming in really quickly from Duriken.
Zelos is playing one of these cheeky corners where if they check it, a Glock should more than likely kill him 100% of the time, quite honestly. He's actually going to vacate the spot, and falling out in the open, he probably didn't expect there to be so many members waiting for him to show himself, but of course, they pounce as soon as he does come out into the open. So 4 on 2 Epsilon on the retake. Draken finds 1, but he needs the help of Rez here, as Rez has been a huge component of the Epsilon side. Speaking of which, finds a nice headshot tap He does have a defuse kit. He's going to jump on the bomb. Just a tap, though. Speaking of tap, finds another headshot. It's ST to try and salvage the round. It's him versus Rez. Rez does not have armor, so aim punch comes into the equation. He's just going to stick the bomb. ST, one bullet will do it. But
No!
his block misses
No!
every single
No!
bullet.
No!
Did that just happen? I've never, like...
No, they're blaming the server.
They're blaming the server. The Glock is not that accurate at that range. I didn't think it would be that inaccurate, to be fair. But of course, that's why you always favor the USPs in that kind of long-distance duels. Sometimes you'll see just kind of a running Glock Gusha player and headshot them at range, but that's the downside to it. I can't believe that just happened, though. That's got to be so tilting here as Epsilon steal that pistol round. My God.
And it was so good, too. Like, SK played that round so good. Until, I mean, the end there. 3 HP. It's not like he dinked him 3 times. It's like he had to one.
Like he
one
hits
shot.
he hits him in the foot and he's dead. Like he hits him anywhere. Gets him in the fingernail. The guy drops dead. Just wow. I can't believe that. Well, moving forward, Escape, they've got to have a short memory moving forward here. Otherwise, Epsilon just going to continue to have their way. Disco Doppelin with a headshot with that scout. Zell's going to find one as well. It's Dead Fox and Easy Tag to try and find some sort of success to bring their heads back into the game. Easy Tag with the Glock. I think he did find a nice shot under Rez, but with that long-distance Glock, not a lot of damage dealt. Double digits for Epsilon, but Escape, they will move into their first rifle round here.
Just hope that last round, that pistol round, just goes on Reddit and everybody goes in flame. Whoever missed that. But this eco round from Epsilon was really good. I mean, they utilized the scout on A side really well. That first guy pushed and got killed, but still gave the info, and that's why I like the aggressive play. And right now we're seeing Disco pushing towards long, that guy pushing towards Fountain, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
There we go. Barbar is playing inside of the playground area, and he's going to be hearing these players just sprint forward. He doesn't win the duel versus Disco Doppelin, though. Luckily, Dead Fox is able to trade off, but in the midst of that, Zelos takes down ST, so 3 on 4, as the T's have Maeve up towards A, and yeah, he takes down Draken. So they still have a chance here, specifically, well, considering Rez falls towards B. Now the B bomb site very vulnerable, as Easy Tag will soon be able to recognize Freddy is rotating in here through the lower part towards Graffiti, and he's waltzing out now.
But
Zelos is actually, Zelos is actually flanking from T-spawn. This has gotten very, very bizarre. Escape would be smart to allow Maeve to clear out a lot of real estate here, but Freddy actually, his spidey senses, he might actually come into contact in a way with Maeve that we'll see who comes out on top. Zelos, there we go, on the flank, takes down Easy Tag, but Maeve drops Freddy, so it's only Zelos. As he's playing from short B, they've got 30 seconds to try and pinch upon him. I believe Maeve spotted him waltz out, and Dead Fox does find the frag. So Escape, they win a critical round to keep them inside of this match.
I feel like Epsilon had the good play there. Like, they pushed towards the fountain. Like I said, that aggressive play, but then that guy that was in bathroom that killed the first guy coming out, the second guy coming outstairs, didn't know there was a second guy, and which was Maeve. And then Maeve just made a good play there. Just stayed around AA. They had to play like a kind of 1-1 setup on the CT side, and this is basically what cost them the round. But there was some sloppy play on Epsilon side as well. But right now it's an eco. Should be looking at a 10-9 for Epsilon right now.
We'll see Rez picks up a vest and a CZ75, holding an angle towards short B, but outside of that, not very much invested in the round. Rez might be able to find a timing here. He's going to peek around the corner. Easy shot onto Easy Tag. ST onto Disco Doppelin, but there was a glue to play with now for Rez. We'll see how shifty he decides to be, as was maybe anticipating he would head back up towards A just to keep the T's guessing, but he does stay towards this short area with the teammate. And they do have ample players towards A. If they can pinch coming up connector, escape, they would be smart to kind of slow this down enough that they have the flank being covered, but Zelos finds one before going down. Draken playing that hidden spot towards long A. He's got a player to kill. That's ST. He does fall. Rez still on the flank. He's now the only player remaining. Barbar is walking around the corner, but it's made to deal the damage. So, still a great round considering the equipment for Epsilon.
Exactly. Really good round by Epsilon. Not really that many investment. Under part was basically an entire eco round. And right now we're saying Escape. Escape's economy is not looking that great. Like, I mean, they have 3 people under $500. So, if Epsilon... And Epsilon is actually saving again to... I'm assuming maybe run a double op setup or actually have better utilities since they were all below 4K.
It's interesting that they decide to split up the equipment over the 2 rounds, considering a lot of players had default equipment and Rez actually bought into the last round, whereas this one, it's kind of the opposite. So, I'm trying to think if I like that or not, and that, again, Rez was able to push and be impactful and such, but if the other players maybe had more equipment, they actually win the round. I don't know if I'm being too nitpicky. What do you think about that, Maxi?
Maybe they wanted to even the money out.
Right. I suppose. But I still think if they have 2 save rounds they're about to go into, the stuff that we see purchased in this round, if it was purchased in the last with Rez, instead of this round going, I don't know. Again, maybe I'm being nitpicky here. But
I agree with you, but then at the same time, I feel like maybe after they saw that close round, they said, well, guys, instead of doing a full eco, maybe we can actually buy a little bit more stuff because we know their economy is not good. So if we win that round, then we're in a good business, right? We're in a good spot.
Yeah,
I think you're onto something there.
I think it has a lot to do with how that last round played out. So, again, this is why we pay the big bucks, Maxi. Well, eventually we'll pay you the big bucks. We got Zelos playing towards this middle A area. And he's all alone, as we can see. Whereas in Disco Doppelin, with only P250s and very little hit points towards that B-bomb site. And, well, Disco Doppelin does find an easy tag. Zelos, with this pressure from A, takes a couple shots and has to get out of here. And he's actually going to have a teammate to come out and help Disco Doppelin with that AK. Zelos will be able to retrieve that, and he does have a vest, able to find one here, but only one as Barbar is quick to respond. 2 frags in the end. And we're all tied up, 10-10.
I like what Escape did there. Like, they had the man advantage. They have the gun advantage. Instead of just plowing and trying to rush somewhere, they just all walked towards A by the long side, just waited the entire time, had one guy by the door trying to do some fake at B or make some noise or clear something. And it just worked out perfectly. It just went into A uncontested. And then when they turned to clear bathroom, they saw a guy there. They knew he was there. Just planted the bomb. And ran out trying to do quick B.
Freddy is trying to make something happen from the squeaky door push, but he was fully widescreened. Still kind of committed to it and eventually fell. Disco Doppelin returns fire. ST down to 28 hit points, and we'll see the connector being vacated from Draken. He'll fall back towards A middle, so the dust settles on this 4-on-4, and like this angle from Zelos. It's one of the spots that I feel like you only really want to use it maybe one time during a half, but it is a nice off angle. As you can see, he's kind of jackknifing up into a corner. Good stuff. Nice animations. Valve has... We'll see this pressure towards short B and the bomb towards tracks most certainly should turn into a B-side hit.
Yeah, it should be turning into a B-side hit right now. They should maybe get the bomb, or yeah, they should get the bomb, do some smokes at B. They have 2 smokes left. Maybe molly the toxic barrel and take the bomb side. But then at the same time, Zealous is playing, like you said, in a really good spot. I feel like it's that spot you need to play in one of those crucial rounds where you need to maybe make the play happen and just put your team back on track. Like if he gets like 2, even 3 kills from there, it would be fantastic. At the same time, I don't like the fact that he's a little bit too far back because I feel it might be dangerous.
Does find the first one and the second. Excellent work there, and the third. So, Zelos, like we had stated, I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought that he had to drop before shooting before that actually allows him to be accurate, but not the case at all. I'm bit of a new moment for me here. Because there's other spots that you can play where you're up close to that monster tunnel, and you usually, again, drop before taking any shots. Or so I thought, but again, I am mistaken. Zelos was fully accurate for that first frag.
It was a really good play by him. At the same time, right now he's forced escape to save, so we should be looking at 12-10.
Drake able to find it early. When you hear Freddy's going to follow it up as well, and this is a round where Epsilon critically want to build their economy up, and thus far doing a great job at indeed doing that. Maeve, nice shot. All right, that's a good start for him as he taps Drake away. We'll see if he can do similar things here to Freddy. Spots out his head as well, but Freddy, with the quad kill, will be able to finish the round. So again, Epsilon still surviving with 4 fantastic news for the financials.
And like I said before that CT half started, I said I want Epsilon to be playing that CT side more aggressive, more like Luminosity style, trying to get a control. And I think that's what they've been doing so far. And I feel like it's one of the reason, the key of their success in those rounds that they win.
Disco Doplin is looking to get aggressive towards middle again. He spots out a player heading towards playground. Can't hit the flick shot though. And Zelos receiving some damage through the monster tunnel area. He's going to fall back towards toxic barrels. It's only easy tag towards the tracks area. So we'll see if Epsilon maybe think there's more than one player there. Disco Doplin onto Maeve. And that's a great way to start the round. Again, Epsilon finding picks and falling back to the bomb site. That's actually the bomb as well towards playground. So eventually Escape will have to dedicate a player to head back to gather that. And Freddy's not done with his bathroom's presence.
That's what I like there that round. Disco Doppling got aggressive on mid. He got flash. He knew there was at least 2 guys, maybe even more. So they rotated 1 guy instantly from B because they were playing a 4-1 setup. They rotated 1 guy instantly from B to bathroom to go actually support Disco. And so far, Disco has been doing a great job. He knows there's 1 guy long. They're playing kind of aggressive again, still in the bathroom with Freddy pushed up.
Freddy, unfortunately, doesn't find the frag. Easy tag. Brought down to 28, and you could see the surprise of the 2 members that were actually trying to boost over that middle smoke. They're like, wait, the player passed us inside of bathrooms? That was not intended at all. But 4 on 4, they've got 20 seconds, so at the very least, Freddy's bought some time with that chaos, and Escape have enough time to get this bomb down, but no time for really anything to go wrong. Disco Doplin finds another one. Barbar hops through the smoke towards Optimus Truck, and they find a set of frags here. So it's Rez and Zelos to try and bring it back. That looked like a worrisome situation for Escape, but getting aggressive here, too aggressive is Barbar, and that was not a... I'll let you analyze that a little further. He's the only one with full hit points, so of course if he goes down, Easy Tag and ST are in an awful position, and Easy Tag is hoping that they just waltz on past here, and he might be able to find the ninja play. They're not checking the corner. Easy Tag is actually going to get it done. He finds the first one and the second one. What a ninja. 1 hit point left. Easy Tag walking away like a gangster.
You know what I like there from Easy Tag? It's the fact that he played at that spot, which is really uncommon. Everybody knows that the flower pot on the left side, bathroom, this is a common post-plan position. He played at a spot that normally the CTs come and clear from there. So they don't look down most of the time. And it actually worked out perfectly for him. So it was good. What I didn't like from the CT side is whenever Freddy got aggro at bathroom and actually saw that guy party and he heard those guys towards gravel, those CT didn't rotate fast enough towards the A-bomb site. I felt the rotation was a little bit off, and Disco was actually alone on the bomb site, couldn't do too much because they smoked him out perfectly. They got the bomb plan. Like you said, I felt like Barbar got a little bit too greedy. It should have been one of those guys playing for those post-plan position. He had the health advantage, so there's no reason for him to basically get killed first.
What a play from Easy Tag. That was insane. And we'll see if they can build off of that as Escape. It's been 2 rounds in a row for Epsilon. They bring this one back, or that one back, rather. But a buy comes in for the CT side, and there's a big turning point here. Both teams have no money to lose this round, so immediate eco follow it up for either side. And already on the benches, Barbar. Waken again, able to deal that damage. Easy Tag down very low. He's going to catch Freddy. Crab walk. running through, or walking through, rather, that monster tunnel. Zelos finds one, but he's traded by Dead Fox. And I do believe, yeah, they would have spotted the bomb as Dead Fox found that frag. So Epsilon, a bit of information, and might be able to gamble a little bit more towards B, and that's what they've done. Rez and Disco Doppelin in
But
charge
Maeve's pushed up
there.
in A.
Yeah, Maeve is flanking here. I think Draken just barely spotted him, but Maeve is trying to dive down through, and Disco Doppelin did not anticipate that he would be there that quickly, trying to find the other player up towards heaven, but it's Rez onto ST, and they only have 10 seconds for Dead Fox to get this bomb down. Rez onto Maeve. It's now Dead Fox to keep this dream alive. Epsilon would move up to 13 and probably 14 as it would force a save. We'll see Dead Fox hitting the first shot, though. Rez knows he's still on the bomb site specifically, but Dead Fox finds 2 frags with the AWP from that bomb plant location. Excellent work and escape. They're going to find 2 in a row with individual efforts.
That was a good round. Dead Fox played it really good at the end. Maeve with the flank, that was perfect. Actually, Draken should have been the guy that killed him. Instead, he went really fast. Killed Disco right off the bat. After that, Draken was a little bit stuck. Maeve actually tried to make a play, didn't work out. But then at the end, I feel like the 2v1 from the CT side, they should have maybe pushed Dead Fox a little bit more together with the buddy system and get that trade kill. Instead, they actually let Dead Fox kill them one by one, and this is exactly what you don't want to happen. And right now they have 2 eco, and we're seeing Epsilon losing that round most likely right now.
Yeah, not looking good on the eco here. ST looking to build an advantage financially, and he finds 3 with the Mac 10, so it doesn't get much better than that unless he finds this 4th, but it looks like it's a race. Barbar hopping around the corner, and he will be able to steal it from ST. So luckily, though, they find 4 frags on those Mac 10s, so those SMGs finding the monetary benefit that they were looking for. And escape moving forward. They've got Epsilon on the fence. You do not see the ops on the field for Epsilon that have been very impactful, and only 1 kid on the field for Rez. Not a lot of utility either.
And right now they're doing a really aggro setup towards it again. Like 3 people pushing up. Feel like it's going to be a Fountain kind of fight. They see there's nobody.
Oh, Barbar throwing a smoke aggressively. He spots out some players and has half his life, rather, as I combined words there. Half his life taken away. And he's going to regroup back with his team as they move it into the B-bomb site.
Wow.
But Epsilon, the mowdown. Crossfire works out quite well. Barbar does find Draken, so it'll turn into a 2-on-3 with a ton of time for the T's to work with. Dead Fox, though, flashed in a way that Rez, if you can gain control of that canal area, that would be huge because they have the bomb in their hands there. But escape, they move forward, and some smoke's being deployed. This might create the pandemonium required for escape to take the round. Epsilon have this flank potentially underway, though Freddy is creeping up from behind. So as long as Rez don't die, it should be Freddy able to finish this round. The bomb planter goes down, and Freddy gets to see no action as Rez and Zelos deal with it themselves. But even if they didn't, Freddy should have been able to close that in 13 rounds for Epsilon. This is going into deep, deep waters.
This is really a really tight match. I really like that match. And right there we saw Epsilon pushing up towards Fountain, getting a control there. They knew nobody was towards Party in Fountain, so it had to be either they were towards the door or it was a B play, and it's exactly what happened. It was a B play. That guy was hiding really well at Toxic, which was Disco, and Raz was kind of baiting them into Disco because they knew the 3-guy push Fountain. Like that guy, Barbar, actually hurt them. So maybe they didn't really look Toxic because they didn't expect. Maybe he said there's like 4 guys for its Fountain, so that's why that guy Toxic made that good play. Because otherwise it's a common spot. You should be looking at Toxic whenever you play the B-bomb site.
Definitely, and moving forward, Draken has taken some damage already, down to 63 as he's fallen back on A middle. See, Freddy is still committed to this connector hold, and eventually he should come in contact with ST here. ST going for, I don't really know what that flash was intended for. That shot, though, on point. Freddy falls. So an early frag for escape. And we'll see what they can work with this, as they are still fairly spread out, but leaning towards the A side currently. Draken still playing towards long A here. Drops a smoke towards A middle. And then I'll try and keep these T's at bay for a little bit longer. The T's actually with an aggressive smoke. This should allow them to actually move up behind this long A smoke, and then as soon as it dissipates, they've got an opportunity to kind of explode onto the bomb site. But nice incendiary from Disco Doppler to try and, again, fend them off even further. And Zelos is actually getting aggressive into A middle, so 20 seconds remain. No room for mistakes here. Draken's gonna whiff a shot. Zelos finds one. Draken again missing, but eventually finds the frag. Maeve with two, though. This will allow them entry into the bomb site, but if they deny the bomb plant here, Disco Doppler attempts to do so. He finds Dead Fox, and now it's Rez in a 1v2. He hops through the smoke. Maeve puts him down and escape. They are almost at the finish line here. We might see a third map in this series as Epsilon, their economy is busted up.
I think Epsilon needs to be saving this round. They're probably going to save and try to go for the tie. There's no reason for them. Oh, tactical timeout. Oh. It's a tactical called by Escape?
Interesting. They're just like so close to the finish line. They're like, all right, let's take a breather here and make for certain that we finish this. It's interesting because you would paint that Epsilon would be the ones taking it if there was a team taking it because they want to break the momentum of Escape. But I feel like if Escape calls it themselves, you don't really see much of a momentum break. They might actually be able to calm their nerves a little bit. I don't mind this. I think that it all comes down to knowing your players and how if they get worked up in a scenario like this. Like, I think some players play better when they have momentum on their side. Escape, on the other hand, maybe they've got guys that they're just like, all right, we've had a situation like this come close before, and we just kind of fall apart. Maybe that's the idea.
And at the same time, if you look at Escape right now, they have two guys with not that great of money. Dead Fox and ST have around 3,500. I don't know, maybe I don't see his money because of the exclamation mark of the 4 minute, but I'm assuming he has a lot. Like probably in the 3 grand.
Yeah, indeed. He's at 3,500.
So that means he could be dropping one. But I think what they're discussing right now is if Epsilon is saving, those two guys can go for Mac 10. And they might not know if they're saving or not, or if Epsilon is going to force. It's possible that Epsilon is like, well, let's force this round. So if we force and we win, then most likely Escape might be broke. So that way we go to a 15-14 in our advantage. Then the other way around, if Escape right now buys and win, then most likely, I mean, Escape are the one that don't have a map advantage right now. They need to win this map, otherwise it's like they lose. So they might just not want to take any chances, see how the economy is, and we see Mac 10 being dropped right now.
So here we go. ST with said Mac 10. And we'll see what kind of advantage he can build up with that as we are in the late stages here of map 2. And like Maxi has stated, this is, again, map 2 Epsilon picking up the first one. And that was Escape's map choice. This is Epsilon's map choice. So would be interesting to see both teams drop their map choice. And then we move into the third and final map, which would be Mirage, if Epsilon can't find their way back into this one. Again, they will still have a gun round to bring this into overtime. But if they want that to be solid, they can't spend a dime in this round. So we'll see how disciplined they decide to play it. I suppose you could warrant maybe Zelos buying a P250 or something to that effect, but still. Ooh, we get a Vest buy. Freddy buys down to 750. All right, the buy is being called for. Maxi, what do you think about this?
I mean, I don't agree with it, but then at the same time, I understand the
You
play
want to keep them
behind
off
it.
15, right?
Yeah, it's because you don't want to let them go to 15. At the same time, you know, if you win that round, then they're most likely broke, so you're the one going to 15.
Here we go. This is, for all the marbles, more or less. Again, it would be 15 to 13 Epsilon with 2 rounds worth of loss bonus of $1,900. Moving into the next round, that's nothing. So they're betting it all here and now. If they can take this round, quite honestly, it wouldn't be surprising to see Epsilon close the map, as there's still some residual money on this T side, but still not a lot to to make them comfortable, as we'll see a slow march up long A. Epsilon playing very heavy towards this B bomb site, with the closest player towards A being Draken inside of Connector. So heavy gamble in the buy and heavy gamble positionally speaking as Draken, who is going to have some players come up from behind. ST, nice and easy, executes Draken. And that will be one of the CTs out of play. So Epsilon, they've got to hold the bomb site at this point. They have very little, they've got very little counter utility to actually hold Zelos falls. And it looks like this should be an escape round, as you could maybe even warrant a save at this point. Coming back from this kind of player count is going to be more than difficult. Disco Doppler is going to flank long A. ST heard him, but still Dead Fox falls. Barbar, luckily for him, finds that frag. It's Rez and Freddy trying to bring this back, but ST finds Freddy and it's Rez. He's been a critical element of the team, but he will not be able to find the kills required to steal this round away. Escape is now one round from finding themselves on a third and final map, and I'm excited to see it. This has been an excellent series thus far.
I mean, it's a really good even matchup so far. I think, like, Epsilon, that round, they should have saved. They played it, took a big guess, or like, oh, we're gonna stack B, they might be coming B. Instead, SK played it really smart. I think, like we saw with the Mac 10 drop, they knew they were gonna be saving in some kind of sense. So they just worked up towards long A, just walked the entire round, cleared the map. That guy that went up the stairs with the same guy that was going up the stairs at the same time, flanked that guy, got the kill. I mean, really well played eco on their part.
So they do find a frag and a barbar here, so that will allow them to pick up an AK. Rez indeed picking that up, and Zelos is actually playing a cheeky angle here. Two players are about to walk right past. Oh, easy tag checks it, and Zelos could have been a golden opportunity, but still in a way, as Freddy is on the flank. Disco Doppler falls, though, and now it's only Freddy. 1v4, as Draken's already calling GG. What a guy. I can't get behind that. That's pretty BM, as I believe in Freddy. I believe. He takes down the first one. Dead Fox, rest in peace. Now an AWP in his hands. He does not have a kit, so time is of the essence. And holy flashes and fire. Batman, as they've covered the Monster Canal area. A bit of a carpet bomb. Freddy will waltz on up yet again. He's going to try and capture him off guard. He's taking some damage, though. Switches back to the CZ75 and can't get it done. So 16-13 escape. They will be able to take map number 2 here, and Mirage is on the horizon.
Seems to be a trend now, Chad. Everybody that picks their map, they lose it.
Right. I think we're just getting to the state and maybe the meta where, like, to be strong on a map actually doesn't, especially at the top level, like, so players are playing so much, and you have to kind of be, you have to have a deep map pool, generally speaking, to survive in anywhere near the top kind of 3 tiers of play, that it turns into, there's kind of just minor little things which do kind of, especially in an even matchup like this, determine who's going to take the map as it becomes very, very close. But yeah, it's interesting to note that you would expect the team that picks the map to be a lot stronger on it, but back and forth we go.
Yeah, and this map is going to be really interesting on Mirage. It's going to be, if I'm pretty sure, it's going to be a knife for side.
Yeah, knife for side in the third and final map, indeed.
So, I mean, if we see Epsilon or Escape, I mean, I'm assuming the team that wins the knife is going to take the CT side. That would be the, I'm not going to say the wise choice, but
it's a standard choice.
Yeah,
certainly.
the standard choice, exactly. And then from there, if there's a good start on CT side, I would like to see a team get around like 10 rounds would be, 9 to 10 rounds would be a really good CT side, in my opinion. Because so far, what we've seen from those teams on the CT side is really impressive. I mean, their T side, sorry. Their T side is really impressive.
So battle of the CT sides here on Mirage. We are going to take a short break, but when we return, it will be map number 3. So like I had stated, we got those giveaways going on, so utilize this break to check out our Enermax hardware bundle giveaway. Again, we'll get our lovely moderators to spam that in chat. And on top of that, we've got an AWP Asimov field-tested one that will be given away to our Twitch followers at the end of this match. So make sure you guys drop us a follow here on Twitch. We appreciate the support. We'll be back in just a few.